Pokemon Compass Part 5 is a complete overhaul of Scarlet and Violet. Both game balance and Pokemon and stuff. And now we're here. So, let's get to it. I definitely remember what we were doing. So, if some of you may be thinking, Nick, there's no way. You're giving off the air of someone who did not remember what he was doing. First of all, I don't appreciate you trying to come in here and be like, this guy doesn't know what he was doing, even if it's correct. So I'll just go left. I constantly have to remember the controls in this game. I think that's the thing that gets me every time. Hey, we're back. Just gonna mess around in that area over there real quick. To the left. What am I looking at? I'm a Reap. Yeah, just gonna mess around on this side a little bit, and then we'll head towards Cloth. Beat the big Crabbo. Or one of many big Crabbos, I should say. Okay, we got a chef here. Murkrow. I wish I played these closer together, because then I could remember which Pokemon I've caught already. And I wouldn't have to react like this to every new Pokemon. Okay. Yeah, let's battle this person too. I want to battle every trainer I see too. That's a big thing. I hope you're getting enough to eat, dearie. I just like that's the dialogue there. Whatever. I have a strange belief in video games, and not everyone's going to agree with me, and that's okay. But my belief when it comes to video games and writing in particular, if your game does not have voice acting, if your game is just text, maybe, perhaps, just hypothetically, maybe that text should be worthwhile. I just like, every NPC in this game is just so safe. It's just like, hey, you know how I'm dressed like a chef? I'm gonna make a pun about cooking. Haha. It's not even a pun. It just said literally just like, I hope you've been eating well. And then good, you seem well. Wow, what a not waste of time. My heater is on in the background. I'm gonna go turn that off. Speaking of wastes of time, this guy didn't even turn off his heater before he started recording. I just, you know, I play a lot of video games. I assume you do too. I could be wrong, but I do assume that you play video games as well. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, the bar is so low. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Okay, I meant to go this way. I can't go in the water yet, that's right. What have I been up to? A couple things. I think I do have some notes. I don't know where my phone is, so I don't have I lied. I don't have any notes. So my phone is on the couch. But I've been reading. Yeah, not to brag, but I know how to read. So you know, only the best here. I was trying to see what Pokemon that was. It was Toadscool. So the reason I'm reading is because I was watching. You following me so far? Perhaps. No, so I was been in a real, like, what's the word for it again? Is it seinen? It's like, it's not shonen. It's the other one. But I've been in a real, like, kind of romance kick. I don't know why, man. I like romance. It's fun. I've seen a lot of action over the course of my years and my studies. I've seen a lot of action, a lot of shonens. What I don't see as often... Ooh, Charcadet. It's Charcadets. What I don't see as often is kind of like romance stuff. And like, you know, there's a lot out there. I want to know what they're like. So I'm testing it out. I think it is a ghost type. I don't know if I can hit them. What's this? But yeah, so, you know, I like some romance and stuff. You know what's really the best, though? Truly? Romance and action at the same time? Oh, forget about it. That's my favorite. But unfortunately, nobody does it anymore. I feel like you go hard one way or the other. That's not the point, though. So, I don't know if I mentioned it in this series already, but I read through and caught up on Blue Box, which is the it's a ghost type, isn't it? Oh no, it's just fire right now. Oh my god, all of that for this? Fuck! God damn it! I don't know when I'm gonna find another fucking Charcadet. Oh my god. Alright, well. Oh, a Strudel. I already have a Strudel, I know I do. Because I did this last time. So what is this? Oh, it's Meowth. Yeah, alright. What am I saying? Huh? Where am I? Oh no, so I caught up with Blue Box, which is not finished yet, but that's a series about a guy on the badminton team falling for the star player of the basketball team. And then she also falls for him. And it's, it's fun. It's like half sports, half like romance stuff. And then, you know what? I'll take it. It's good. I think I'm kind of tired of seeing romance stuff like in like high schoolers, because I'm like, I don't give a shit. Your problems aren't real. Learn to talk to people. Not even like learn to talk to someone of the opposite sex or someone you're interested in. Like, just learn to talk to people. But then I started watching, or I picked up again, because I think I watched like the first 2 episodes a while back, and I just like didn't go back to it. But I started watching Comey Can't Communicate, which is very good. Which, like, the whole main problem is that she can't talk to anyone. I'm like, all right, well, you can't really do the thing that I said, like, because it's not like how it is in, I feel like, most romantic stuff like that, where it's like, oh no, they don't know how to talk to them. They're so embarrassed they can't say anything. So it's like, no, Comey can't talk to anyone. Comey can't communicate. It's the name of the thing. But so I kind of like that. Because it's not just about like romance stuff. I think romance is at its strongest when it's like a secondary thing. So that's like not the like, ooh, flash fire. So that's like not the main focus of it. The main focus is like, Comey has crippling social anxiety, and also maybe 2 people can find love. It's good. I like it. So I watched all 24 episodes on Netflix. Ooh, nice. And then I was like, okay, well let me start taking or let me switch to the manga, because who the fuck knows when they're gonna get back to the series. And first of all, I was like, where can I find Comey Can't Communicate? It's not on the Shonen Jump app. So then I look up and it's like, oh, it's on the Viz app. And I'm like, why the fuck does Viz have a different app? Like, they're the same company. Viz owns Shonen Jump in the US. Both the apps are exactly the same. They have the exact same UI. Except one is like yellow and one is red. Like, this is such a fucking scam. It's because it's like, I think it's like $2.99 a month to like read anything on Shonen Jump app, but you can only read like 100 chapters a day. And then Viz, it's $1.99. So I'm like, okay, like it's still cheap, and like I guess I'll just use it to like catch up on things and then put it down. But I'm like, what the fuck, Viz? Like, why do you need 2 apps? Just put them all in one app. I don't even care if you charge me $5 a month for more manga. I just like, don't make me switch between 2 apps. That's such a pain in the ass. Anyway. Oh, that's Fomantis's Pokemon. I guess I could do this one, but I don't really want a Fomantis. So I found the Viz app. Oh my god, please, don't leave this place. So I found the Viz app, and I was looking up, okay, it's like, oh, okay, Comey Can't Communicate's on there. So, like, I checked ahead of time, and I was like, when does the anime, like, leave off? And it's like, oh, around, like, a chapter 120, but, like, the standard, but you should read it from the beginning, because they left some stuff out. I'm like, oh, I just watched it, though. I don't want to rehash all of it for 100 chapters. That sounds like a lot. So, like, I kind of put it off a little bit. I was like, I'll get back to this. I don't have the mental energy right now. But, I was like, what else does the Viz app have? And Viz has all of the Junji Ito collection, which I've never read, but I'm also like, do I want to read Junji Ito? Like, I'm like not against horror, but I'm not like super in favor of it either. I think I've read like 2 of Junji Ito's things. I read the infamous This Is My Whole one, which I think is very good. And then I read the one about a guy who fucking sewed himself into a couch, I think is what he did. And it was like super fucked up. I think he died in there. I don't know. It's been a while. Oh, I think that's I might go for this one because I think that's a lowland meow. So let's change this. But yeah, so I saw some of that on it. I'm like, I don't know. And then I was looking at it, I was like, oh, it's got Freerin, which I really loved the anime for. Freerin was excellent. So I'm like, oh, I'd like to continue with the manga, but like I know it's not finished. Oh, wait, sorry. Going back to Komi Can't Communicate. So I was like, oh, okay, so the manga left off around, or anime left off at like chapter 120. Well, how many chapters are left? I looked at it, it's 499. I'm like, what? No. There's like 8 seasons worth of manga content. I'm just like, I don't know. That's a lot. But I am interested. I'll get to it eventually. So yeah, so I was looking up and like Freerin's on there. I'm like, oh, I'll check out Freerin at some point. Just trying to look up other series that I want to watch or that I want to read, and I'm like, I don't think I've heard of any of these. So I'm like, I guess I could like do the research and like look up which of them are like good and stuff, and I probably will. But I was just sort of like, oh, now I have homework. I didn't want homework. I paid $1.99 for homework. But I did see there's a couple Marvel manga on the Viz app. So there's I think there's like 2 or 3 Spider-Man things, and then there's a Deadpool manga as well. So and there's also like a one-shot, like a 100-page one-shot of Spider-Man and Iron Man teaming up, and it's like against a Yu-Gi-Oh villain, effectively, because the one-shot was written by Kazuki Takahashi, the author of the original Yu-Gi-Oh. And I'm like, first of all, rest in peace. But second, I was like, oh, that's fucking Brad. And I read it, and I was like, yup, this is Kazuki Takahashi. I'm very familiar with this villain writing style. So that was good. I recommend that if you want to give it a shot. But then I read one of them is Spider-Man Fake Hero, or I think it was like Fake Red or something like that. Apparently got canceled. So I was like, oh, all right, well, I'll just read what's there then, because there's only like 15 chapters. So I read through it, and it's about a guy who finds Spider-Man's suit like next to a dumpster. He just finds the suit, and he like takes it with him because he's like, oh, I guess I should like return it to Spider-Man. And then he like puts it on to like help at a fire. And then this dude has no powers, so the only thing he has is the suit and then the web shooters that are part of the suit. He's no super strength. He does like rock climbing, so he like has some climbing ability, but not like amazing. Because he's not like amazing at it. He's just sort of like, he does it. I'm gonna see what this dude's up to, because he should be a hard trainer. Good at the academy, right? Do you know about Team Star? Oh, great, thanks. Angel the Courier. But yeah, so I read through that. It's, you know, I can see why it was canceled. Like, I don't think it's bad. I just like, I don't know what else you could do with it, because it's, how do I put this? Because all he really has is the web shooters and then like just himself. Every fight is kind of the same thing. It's just him just like avoiding the person, or trying to be like sneaky or something like that, or doing his best. So it's like, it just doesn't really work. I'm like, it's fine. Like, but the whole thing was that Spider-Man was like, it was another Spider-Man Venom story where he Spidey's going through it, so he's kind of dealing with the symbiote, so that's why he left the suit behind. But you don't really see too much from Peter Parker's perspective, but then you do at the end. But yeah, it was fine. At the end, he just hands it back to him, or he just gives him back the suit, and he's like, hey, thanks. It takes a real hero to or you've heard it before. So I was like, yeah, it wasn't too bad, but again, like, I get it. It makes sense. Okay, I should not let mass shift power up, especially while I'm depowered. But no one has low kick, because God forbid. Let's set up Murkrow. Also, I remember earlier when I was like, do I have a Murkrow in my party? So then I read Deadpool Samurai, which is 22 chapters, I think. I think it was sold by volume. And I think it's called Deadpool Samurai or Samurai Deadpool. I don't know what order it's supposed to be in. But I gave it a shot, and I was like, this is good. I think this is pretty good. It's so Deadpool's whole thing is breaking the fourth wall. If you watch any of the movies, you get that. But it's interesting because it references the movies a lot. But it also they pull in a couple like smaller comic book characters, and every single time Deadpool just goes like, "Oh, who are you? I only watch the movies. I don't know the comic canon." I'm like, "That's a good joke. That's true. I am that audience. I agree." But it was pretty good. He gets oh, you're terrastalizing. Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fucking shit? And it's ground terror? Okay. I may have underestimated this. I should make sure I don't let them get set up, because if they have stamina, this is gonna get bad. Fuck. Uh-oh. I mean, on the other hand, it is a ground type, and I'm flying, so like, do your fucking worst. Well, no, not your worst, just, it's called double kick. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so I was reading Deadpool Samurai, and there's like 12 chapter stuff. I don't want to spoil it because I think it is good, but they pull a bit from some of the other like series and stuff like that. There are a lot of jokes about like, oh, what's the matter? We couldn't get so and so for this. The driving force behind the main villain of Deadpool Samurai is incredibly funny when it gets revealed. I liked it a lot. But it's really good in general. So I am gonna spoil something a little bit here. So Deadpool has, they call it season 2 in the manga, but basically they did 2 volumes, which I think is like, I don't know how many chapters, like 16. They did 2 of those. And then that was back in like 2022. So this is like recent. I didn't realize that this was like I just assumed, I was like, oh, who knows when this was? And I was like, oh, this was like not that far. And I was, okay, there's Cloth. So I was like looking up, it's like, oh, okay. And then I found it just recently came back like kind of close to when the movie did, which like that makes sense, right? What better time to like have it come back? But they did one of the funniest things I've ever seen anyone do. And it's very meta, and that is exactly up my alley. I'm going to spoil something here, and I don't know what's the best way to do this. I think if you were concerned about this, or if you wanted to be spoiled about this, so this, I think you would have already heard about it. But I had no idea this happened, and so I want to spread the good news because I think it's very funny. So in August of this year, 2024, around the time when Deadpool and Wolverine was coming out, a manga came out, and it was a brand new series, and it was called Secret Steward, and it is the most tropey. Like sappy romance thing, just tying this back to what I was talking about earlier, where it's like every trope in the book, where it's like it just shows a very quick flashback of this dude just like on the side of the road, and this like rich girl goes, it's like, if you have nothing, then come work for me, you can be my secret steward. And then it flashes forward, and the dude is like talking to his friend in school, and he's like, how come you get to talk to the popular girl so much? And he's like, oh, it's not like that. You know, we're just friends. It's like, oh, that's always what they say. And and then, you know, they kind of run through it. And then the kid is like, and then she basically talks. Okay, we're very close here. Hey, new kid, I know what's up around here. Let me take a look at your Pokemon for you. Not from this close, please. But so they run to, or they basically have a thing where she goes, hey, my parents aren't home. I don't want you to come over or anything, but like if you wanted to. And so he immediately runs to like leave his house and slips down the stairs. And so instantly, as soon as he slips down the stairs, I was like, here it is. Here it comes. Down D stairs, at it again. Killing another protagonist. But then he kind of just gets up and goes, ow, my head. He runs outside. Big fucking Mack truck comes. Hits him, and he explodes into pieces. He literally, like his head is detached, his like arms and limbs, it's like super bloody. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like what the fuck? And then it zooms in on the driver, and it's fucking Deadpool. And so like the way I discovered it is that I just saw it happen, like, because I think that's just like chapter 17 of Deadpool Samurai, but there is an entirely separate section of the Viz Media app where it's just a one chapter and it's called Secret Steward, and you can just view it like a normal chapter. It literally just says, like, it gives like a short brief description. Apparently, because I wasn't like locked into this. Apparently they did market like Secret Steward and everything for like a week, where they were like, oh, and the newest manga and this and that and blah blah blah. And I like I read the discussion thread for it on r/manga on Reddit, because I instantly was like, I have to know if people thought this was funny. And I looked it up, and everyone is spoiler tagging all their comments, and they're just like, not what I expected, but that's pretty fucking rad. I'm like, that's so funny. Do you know how funny it is to like announce your return to manga by making a fully different manga and like pretending it's real? That's so fucking funny. And the kid ends up being like an alien, and then Deadpool kills him. But it was just like the fucking audacity to just like market it and everything, and then like halfway through you see it's fucking Deadpool. I'm like, I would have lost my mind if I found that organically. Like, it's so ridiculous. So I think that's one of the funniest bits I've ever seen someone do. I think it was legit hilarious. But I was just so thrown off guard. Because, like, again, when I was reading it, like, I knew it was going to be Deadpool because I was already reading Deadpool. So I went to the next chapter and this started up. I'm like, okay, clearly this is a bit. But, like, I can't imagine trying to, like just going like, oh, a new series, let me check this out. And just being like, God fucking damn it. It's so funny. So that's really rad. Very good timing with the movie coming back, or the movie coming out. I think the series is on hiatus right now. I don't know if it was, I think it was unannounced hiatus, but but it has been pretty good so far. They introduced I don't know, is this their name? One of the characters that became like Deadpool's sidekick effectively is Scarlet Spider, which is a one of the 1,000 Spider-Man variants. But I think she's had like her own cover page, and she's like featured in like other comics since being introduced in Deadpool, which is pretty cool. But it was it's been really good. I've been enjoying it. Oh, I see a cloth in the background. I should catch that. Also, I might use Rickety. I might use Rickety instead of Murkrow, because I never really used Corviknight in Sword and Shield, and I kind of want to try. Because Corviknight's supposed to be kind of a monster. Oh, I don't like the cracking sounds it makes. It's gross. All right, you should resist this because you're rock type. But yeah, it's been a good time. I've enjoyed it. I wish there was more Deadpool, but that's fine. But going back to it, it's very funny because I've read a little bit of Deadpool in American comics, not too much, and not like a full run or anything, just here and there. And so I get the bit of like, you know, he's constantly breaking the fourth wall, etc., etc. You get it. It's exactly like it is in the movies. But the manga is very interesting because he just references other manga. Like, he references Marvel a good amount, but that's it. Like, he doesn't make like topical like US based references. He just like really just goes in on like other manga, and like the beginning of like every chapter is a different color spread that like copies a popular color spread from other manga, but they're all Deadpool, and that's funny. That's good. That's good content. So, hard recommend. Deadpool Samurai is good. That's low kicks. But yeah, so I'm caught up on those. I don't know what else to read. I'm in a mood where I like want to get into like a new manga series. I just don't know what though. There's just 1,000 of them, so I never know where to start. I didn't think that would kill. Shit. But yeah, I think I was thinking about a couple of them, and I started reading Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter, if you want to be pedantic. And I'm like, it's fine. I just got to a new arc where they're like inside of where they get isekai'd effectively. God, even Ember kills you? Can you relax, dude? Do you have any fucking special defense? Jesus. Also, I can hear him. Your stupid little fucking growling. Oh, well, there's a lonely meowth right there. It's fucking going after me! But yeah, so I'm like, I could go back to that, but I'm not really feeling it. I don't know. It always hits the hardest when I'm like in between games. So I just finished up Metaphor ReFantazio, and then I finished up Minecraft for the PS5. So, you know, I'm open. There's new games for me to get, but I'm just like, I don't want to. Nothing's jumping out at me. But I've got a couple shorter games that I should play, so I might try and break into one of those, but we'll see. Yeah, I gotta buy more Pokeballs again, dude. Problem is I keep trying to catch Pokemon in this Pokemon game, and Pokemon don't drop money. Also, I should probably heal again. Let's try Bite. Oh, that's not bad. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of listless. I need some new media to latch on to distract me from the horrors. So that's my next primary goal. What else though? I just I have fuck off, dude. Stop being such a prick. Get in the fucking ball. So I have next week off. It's the week before American Thanksgiving. For my job gives me my job gives me Thursday and Friday off, so I just took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And it'll be good. I'll be able to relax a little bit. So I'm trying to line up some games for me to like check out during that time, and some games to record so I can like get ahead of things again. But it's tough because there's just so many. I don't know if you knew this. There's a lot of games out there, and there's more and more every day, and I want to play them all, but unfortunately I have to abide by the rules of time, which is really unfair to me personally, but I'll do my best. But I usually get into more manga and like anime and stuff when I'm between games. So I don't know. I should just pick something up and finish it. We did just recently finish recording Metal Gear Solid. It was my first time playing through the first game. I played every other Metal Gear game, or almost every other one. Oh well, there's the there's the other Meowth. All right, well, okay. But yeah, I played every other one. So except for Peace Walker, I haven't played Acid or Portal Ops either. But I played 2, 3, 4, 5, Ground Zero, Survive I did play, and I haven't played Revengeance. But yeah, so we just finished Metal Gear Solid 1, and it's not a super long game if you know what you're doing and you skip through all like the dialogue and stuff. So I guess I could just try and platinum it. Part of it is that the platinum is a little bit tough, because you have to Oh, it was shiny. I was looking at Sprigatito and I was like, is that... I don't know if that's how it normally looks. But yeah, so I could try and platinum Metal Gear Solid, which would be fine. Probably have a good time with it, but... I don't know. I'm kind of burnt out a little bit. So when we finished the recording, the last part was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I had fun and everything, but then because it's an older PlayStation 1 game, circle and X are reversed. So circle, which is usually like the cancel button in American games, is confirm, and vice versa. And that's not fun because I got to the very end. It gave me the, oh, do you want to save your clear data? Also, the eye in the background is horrific here. I haven't brought it up, but Jesus Christ. That's horrifying. But yeah, so you have to save your clear data, like most games. Except I hit the X button by accident, and there's no other prompt. It's just straight up like, all right, guess you don't want to save. See ya. And I hadn't saved in 3 hours. So I had to run through and beat the end of the game again. I'm like, this sucks. But the things I'm missing are I have to do all 300 VR missions, which feels excessive. I have to beat the game with, I think, less than 25 kills, no continues, only one ration being eaten. And I think you can get alerted, like, I want to say like 5 times, maybe something like that. And that sounds like a lot. I don't know if I want to do it. So I don't know if I want to jump into that. I bought a couple of games that I want to try out. I bought Across the Obelisk because I think that's supposed to be a good like roguelike, so I want to try that. I bought what is it? Pushonomics, which I did play on PC, and I really liked it. But it's really hard for me to stick with PC games because I don't really game at my desk. Ooh, gulpin'. These nuts. But yeah, I don't really game at my desk, and I don't really, I don't know. I don't really finish games if I'm not recording them. Sometimes either if I'm recording them, but I don't really finish them, or whenever they're on PC and stuff. If it's not for recording or on PlayStation, because PlayStation has trophies. So I was, I was enjoying it, but I wanted to play it again. I did get it on Steam Deck, but I didn't feel like the Steam Deck controls were super, super good. So I'm hoping the console version is better. I believe it's on all consoles now. But it was very charming. It was a very fun gameplay loop. It's just about like brewing potions and selling them. But you don't do any of the gathering the ingredients. You basically have to make like different friends, aka love interests. And to make different friends, and you like they'll help you get the ingredients or like help you upgrade and stuff. Also, it's a deck builder, which I am a big fan of. Basically, whenever you're making a sale to someone, there's like a very short deck building or a deck based like game, and you get new cards from all your friends and stuff that are like OP. So feels like a good time. There's that. I want to go back to Final Fantasy IV, the Pixel remaster, because I'm like a third or like halfway through it, and that shouldn't take too long. I was just playing a lot of RPGs at the time. So there's that. What other short games do I have? I could try and do Boyfriend Dungeon, which is another roguelike. It's like Hades-esque, with some dating sim elements into it. I did a video in it, I think like a year or two ago now. And it's supposed to be like an 8 to 10 hour platinum, so I'm like, I could probably break through that. So I want to try and like write a list of all of these like shorter games and just like kind of tear through them over my vacation. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Another platinum I want to try and get again is Lil Gator game, which is very good. I already platinumed it once, but it's one of those ones where you buy it on PlayStation, you get the PS4 and PS5 version. So I want them both, and that's a quick like 4-hour platinum. So that'll be fun. Just kind of a collectathon. Nothing too crazy, but it's very funny and very, very cute, very well written. Big fan. So is that. What other games am I like trying to think about? Also, it sucks that Pokeballs are already useless. I feel like I've got one gym badge, and Pokeballs already just like don't work. But yeah, so I got a lot of games ahead of me. I'm excited for them. I just don't. It's like I'm paralyzed by choice. The other thing I'm like kind of toying with is I think I want to try the Trails series. I own the first 3 because I bought them thinking like, huh, well, I've bought them, so now I'll definitely play them, which was a foolish mistake. A foolish mistake and an over or underestimation of my abilities, depending on how you look at it. I feel like a goddamn fool. I'm like, if I buy the game, then I can't keep putting the game off. I wouldn't do that. What do you mean? But yeah, so that's on my list. I did see that cave earlier, but if I remember correctly, these cave systems don't connect. Maybe they do? Or it was just like a quick one. Okay. I guess this is just like introducing the cave mechanic too. I heard it. Those things are so annoying. I know. Wait. Oh my god, Spoink! That's the most important Pokemon on the screen right now. It's Spoink. Oh my god, a psychic type. You guys get it? Because Charizard or Charmander's right there. Hey, this shouldn't kill, right? Psybeam this early is not bad. If I remember correctly, wow, okay. If I remember correctly, Spoink isn't actually very good. Crit catch. Also, I can see one of the keys in the background, but I think as a rule of thumb, I'm going to ignore those. If I do decide to try and get the legendaries, then I want to follow a guide and like get them all in a row. But like, it's more annoying if I like try to find them and I'm like, where is it? There's nothing here. And it's like, because I own it already. Alright, where is he? You're not even shiny. What's the point? You know, I do feel a little bit like I've gotten sick of Charmander, but look at him. That's a cute Pokemon. That's a cutie. So I really can't be that sick of it. Slash this early? Okay. Relax, Hercules. I wonder if that means that Bulbasaur and Squirtle are in this area. Don't do it. Oh my god, it was one smoke screen. What the fuck? Why does it always work when they do it, but not when I do it? I will take... Oh, I was going to say, I'll take Dragon Breath over Dragon Rage, but not anymore. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Be a bro. Get in here. It's an Ultra Ball. You're level 22. God. Ah! Of course. What was I thinking? Get in the Nest Ball. I think Nest Ball only works on like level 20 and lower. You could have been an Ultra Ball, you son of a bitch. This is why I think Ultra Balls are a scam. Just in general. I feel like Ultra Balls are the most useless Pokeball. Because I don't feel like they're that much better than Pokeballs. Why was the picture messed up there? What the fuck? That's cute. I'm glad I went through this cave. Alright, cave. I was talking shit and saying that there was nothing here, but I can admit when I'm wrong. Ooh, a Dusk Ball. That's fun. The Growlithe, Rickety, Go-Goat, Meowth, Charcadet. Forget, there was a Pokemon you could find kind of early on in this area. If you like went down a ladder. I can't remember what it is anymore. Oh my god, I can't get away from a fucking Spoink. Alright, man, congrats. You win. Relax. I could just run. It's too late now. Alright. But yeah, I'm looking for some shorter games. I was gonna say, back to the Trail series. I haven't played a Trails game, but I have played Tokyo Xanadu, which I think is from the same devs, or same publisher for sure, which is Xseed. But I don't know. I like Tokyo Xanadu, and I got pretty deep into it. I just didn't finish it. And like I feel like it's been too long where I wouldn't know how to play anymore. So I kind of want to finish that too. I don't know, man. The problem with playing as many games as I do is that there's just so many. I can't remember if there's a notification about shinies here, if they just like I think they just show up in this game. Like, I don't think Compass added anything to make shinies your spot, but I could be wrong. Oh, wow. Full-ass Hariyama over here? All right. 36? All right, just kidding. Haha. Just a joke. Just a prank, man. Ha 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 ha. See ya. Ha ha. I think I did. Yeah, I was going to say, there's like, I think there's a ladder pretty near the beginning where you can find a decent, a rare Pokemon. Maybe it is Charcadet that I'm thinking of. But I remember being able to find one. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And I caught it and used it, but I can't remember what Pokemon it was. I want to say it was like an Alakazam or something. Not an Alakazam, like a Kadabra or something. But I might have made that up too. I don't think Kadabra's out in the wild in this game. But if I can be real with you, I truly don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking out of my ass. What Pokemon is this? Is that just Lechonk? What is this? What the fuck am I looking at here? It is just Lechonk. His ears looked weird from up there. I hate it here. Alright. That's a big-ass Gulpin. These nuts. Okay. Have you been to Artisan Gym? I sure have. Congrats, man. What do you want from me? Challenged by Miguel the Student. For Brawler and Oink alone. Me without my ace. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's do... Man, I don't have... I've got nothing here. So normal type, and I don't think Grubrawler is water type, right? It's fighting. Let's swap out to Murkrow. I really don't have anything for Oinkologne. I guess I can just use Eevee. I'm gonna Terrasilize too. Probably just fly back to Pokemon Center after this. I've gotten too far off the path. I don't really know where I am anymore. Also, that Lechonk in the background is staring right at the beehole. Oh. What other games? So I was trying to look at recommendations for like good 6-hour games. Because I'm like I'm tired of playing 180-hour RPGs. I've played so many this year. Alone sucks. Covet too? Great. Man, my Eevee is not as strong as I want them to be. Really thought Quick Attack would do more. Oh, I guess it scales to 60 regardless. Alright, let's do that to Brawler. Swift hits both. That's a special attack. Let's see if that works. That's not bad. Alright, I'll take it. Should be easier to focus on Oink alone when it's 2 against 1. But yeah, I'm just trying to look for 6-hour games, and the problem is everyone always recommends the same 15 highly acclaimed indie games, and I'm like, I have either decided I don't like it already, or I'm I don't know if I'm in the mood for it. What did I see recommended? I saw people recommend Fez and What Remains of Edith Finch and Celeste. And I get it. I own the games. It's fine. But I'm looking more for nobody said Jack and Daxter. Oh, have you played Jack and Daxter? That's a 6-hour game. I'm no, I guess not. So I flinched a fucking headbutt, dude. Oh, this sucks. I hate it here. I don't know. I think I'll just break into some more roguelikes and just go down my list, try and play through some more games. I don't have any anything lined up, but there's plenty out there. God, this Oink alone is really thick. I really need to add a fighting type to my team. I'm probably going to add a Makuhita. Because this is getting a little ridiculous. A little ridiculous. I also know that Eevee did get a little bit weaker because it lost adaptability, which I think is a small bonus to stab attacks, so. Oh, alright. Tragedy I went through at Artisan Gym and struck again. Oh, okay. So, was the joke that Oh, hey, Knackley. Speaking of Minecraft, like 20 minutes ago. This is certainly a Pokemon. Forgot about this Pokemon. Knackle Stack, Salt Stack. I just realized that means Knackley is also salty. So I think Salt Cure is supposed to be its like broken ass move. Cures the target, inflicting damage every turn. Steel and water types are more strongly affected by this move. Yeah, that's right. Because I think Rock is normally weak against obviously water, but also steel. We're gonna headbutt. I don't know exactly why Salt Cure is so good, but I've heard it's like disgusting. Oh, it's like, why am I in first person? Okay. Let's go back. I've made no progress. I guess I get here. This is what I'll do. I'm gonna fly back to this Pokemon Center, or we'll just fly back heal. Fly back here. I'll heal at the picnic, and then I'm just gonna make a beeline for the next Pokemon Center. I know I'm not done exploring this area, and I'm not, just to be clear. But I'll, I'll give it a go. Okay. If I see a shiny, I'll stop. Or like a Pokemon I get really hyped about, but I'll just go straight there. I promise. Here we go. Okay, unless I step on a bird by accident, which happens. I gotta remember to buy more Pokeballs too. I'm gonna wait and hold off, and then I can be annoyed at myself when next part I'm like, why didn't I buy any? Why didn't I buy any fucking Pokeballs? I think I have to catch a Shinx still. Yeah. It is funny how close these Pokemon centers are to each other, and how I just like I just spend so much time getting from point A to point B that I just like don't do it. I just like take forever to get to them. But I think that is the way Pokemon's supposed to be played. Also, I really like this guy rewards you for doing battles. Really like the only inspiration for doing trainer battles. But I feel like they need another person who does like a similar thing where it's like, hey, let me give you rewards, but like based on how many Pokemon you've caught from the region. 6 trainers. Okay. All right. I think I am going to wrap it up there because we're kind of in an in-between mode. And also I really have to use the bathroom. I've had to use it for like 20 minutes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Next part, I will definitely do cloth, but we're going to mop up a couple of the trainers too because I want to see what item this guy gives you. I think I specifically went out of my way to get this item the first time I played, back when I played Violet at launch, and it's just okay, but I still want to do it for completion's sake, and because the fights are fun. So, thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.